Hi there, my name is Liz Hathaway and this is my astrological look at the week ahead, and that is the week starting Monday the 2nd of November 2020. So I'm recording this under a Mercury Saturn square. There's another one this week, so we know that Mercury Saturn square is bracketing the US election. So this should be quite a weighty sort of episode, really. There should be some serious issues coming through here in this vlog, I think. So what do I find interesting, about this Mercury square Saturn? Well, what's interesting is on Monday, the moon moves into Gemini. So the moon is the planet in mundane astrology that rules the collective, that rules the vibe in the collective, that rules the sort of general feel of the day, if you like. So we have the moon here in Gemini. So what is the moon ruled by? It's ruled by that sort of Mercury now in Libra, very much approaching station, because it's going to go direct on the day of the election on Tuesday. So it's really caught up and tying into Mercury and, of course, the Mercury Saturn square. So I've written a few sort of thoughts about that, because I find that really fascinating, that the moon at this moment is picking up on this duality, on this polarity. You know, Gemini, there are two sides to it. So, truth or fiction, light or dark, that's sort of, and in Libra, now Mercury in Libra at the moment, the planet that's ruling that moon in this sign of equipoise and balance and democracy. And it seems like a whole heap of really important things are tied into this sort of moon in Gemini, and of course the byproduct Mercury, its ruler, square in Saturn. So so moon in Gemini, so we will be expecting events in the collective as well to be quite fast moving. So that idea of two sides of an argument, indeed what is true and what is false, and the sense with Mercury squaring Saturn of difficult choices, of sort of mental anxiety in a way, but also what we're seeing particularly in Europe and also in the UK, this idea of lockdown as well, that the UK at the moment back in a total lockdown. So this inability to move around. Mercury is a planet of movement. It shifts between all the planets. It's the messenger of the gods. It's squared Saturn, so it's grounded. It's like Mercury put behind bars in a way. There's that sense of being paralyzed in a way, of not being able to move. So the moon in Gemini as well seems to me to be a reminder as we move into this, really important election in the US. As I said in previous posts, what happens in the US is so important. I mean, if the US, catches a cold, is the same, the whole world sneezes, right? So we can see, for example, it's going to have a huge impact on the UK, which is why the UK isn't, making anything definite on how it's, whether it's going to drop out of Europe without a deal. Joe Biden in particular has said, that he will be looking towards Europe and being less concerned with that so-called special relationship with the UK. So much hangs in the balance in a way. And Mercury in Gemini reminds us really that people have the power. People have the power here to decide, to cast a vote. And there's that sense with Mercury square in Saturn of the huge weight of that, of the huge responsibility in a way, that, having that democratic right to vote, that has so many consequences. There's a lot of responsibility goes with it. So it's people having the power and how to use it wisely as well, Mercury square Saturn. And there's that sense as well with Mercury square Saturn of breaking a pattern, breaking the mold, if you like. Saturn is very much a container, that ability to break the mold. So I think, yeah, there's a lot of things now coming to an end, really. We see next week, for example, the 14th, Mars will go direct. 2 days before that, on the 12th, next week, we have the final Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. So things are kind of drawing to, the events of this year are coming to, kind of, in a way, it's culminating now with these sort of, the third and final Jupiter Pluto conjunction, for example, next week. Mars going direct. Mars has been extremely influential this year in the 4th house of the Sibley US chart, opposing Saturn. And this is something that I've written about a lot. You can visit my site. I'll give you some links there where I've put a whole heap of articles on the election, on this long stay of Mars in Aries. So everything seems to be coming to a head. For us personally, yeah, what could we say? Moon in Gemini as well, squaring Neptune. When is that square? Moon square Neptune actually coming in. I think that must be on Wednesday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Moon square Neptune. There is that quality with the Moon square in Neptune. There's a visual quality to it. So this idea of visualizing a different future for ourselves, don't freeze hope, don't let hope get frozen here. It's also that idea of, noticing, our resistance to our dreams, where do we clamp down on them? Where are we restricting them instead of embracing them and giving them some scope to manifest? Because Saturn is in Capricorn, right? It's about manifestation. It's about bringing things into reality, birthing things as well. So this is a massive week, and we can see, even though the moon is not really considered, like when we look at transit, when we look at progressions and things, we're more concerned with the slower moving planets. But goodness, the moon in Gemini this week really does serve to remind us of how influential she is. People have the power, right? So yeah, great week. We see Moon then going into Cancer on Thursday. We have, then we get some nice aspects. Moon sextile Uranus on Thursday. Friday we have the Sun trine Moon, and we get that Mercury square Saturn. So recognize, as I say, your discouraging voice. Recognize where Saturn says no. Try to work with the imagination to overcome that, to write things down. The minute you put pen to paper, things become concrete. So this is a massive week. And I'd like to close by giving, saying to everyone in the US, use your vote wisely, get out there and use your democratic right to cast a vote. And I would also like to mention a colleague of mine who I follow, an astrologer, an American astrologer. He's based in New York, Armand Diaz. Armand very graciously mentioned he followed me last week in his vlog, and I'd like to reciprocate because obviously I follow him too. And I don't follow actually any astrologers. Armand is one of he's the only astrologer I regularly listen to on YouTube. So I'm going to be putting a link down below as well this week to Armand's YouTube channel, and I would like to thank him for his support. Okay guys, have a great week. Use your imagination, break through walls, break the spell, and have a great week. Bye.